Man, the Cleveland Browns cannot get it together. Myles Garrett is growing frustrated. You already know Myles Garrett, let it be known, he wanted Jim Schwartz as the head coach. They have Myles Garrett sitting in on the interviews with the potential head coaching candidates, and he is witnessing the things they are asking of these coaching candidates, how analytical they're being. Myles Garrett asked for a trade once. He demanded a trade already. If you keep messing this up, he might ask for another one. We got to get into this story, man. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification to hype the video as well. Let's get right into things. So Myles Garrett, just like Josh Allen, and this says how great he is being a defensive end. Josh Allen with the Buffalo Bills is sitting in on all of the interviews with the potential head coaching candidates, and the Cleveland Browns are doing the right thing and allowing Myles Garrett to do the same. Now, we know Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward have already vouched for Jim Schwartz, but it seems Grant Udinski and another coach may be the front runners. But the things that GM Andrew Berry and Jimmy Haslam are asking and looking for is kind of mind-boggling, and it's starting to come out, and it's actually embarrassing. And this is why you have guys like Mike McDaniel dubbing them, all these coaches not interested in coming for second interviews, mentors, all of this stuff because of things that are going on. And Myles Garrett is witnessing this stuff firsthand, and it may push him out the door himself. He may say, look, man, I've seen enough. I witnessed this stuff with my own eyes. I want to get out of here. Let's get into what these coaches are asking for during these interviews. It's crazy.
That has happened to this coaching search. There's been an element of patience to this search that I don't think we had previously as Cleveland media because of how the other searches went. And so because of the duration of Kevin Stefanski, because it did go 6 years, there was some success there, I think that's bought the Browns some more patience from both media and fans. I think that might run out when you hear this. Tom Pelissero was on with Rich Eisen earlier today and detailed some of what goes into the Browns process.
The Browns search process and interview process, which they have run a number of times, is unlike any other in the NFL. And it plays to certain types of candidates. They are a data-driven operation in Cleveland. And so they spend an extraordinary amount of time gathering data on their coaching candidates. You're talking about taking a personality test. You're talking about writing an essay. You're talking about completing.
Bro, writing an essay. So y'all mean to tell this is why John Harbaugh was never interested. This is why Mike McDaniel said, man, I'm not going back over there. Get me the hell out of here. I've accepted the LA Chargers job, and I'm getting interviewed for the Buffalo Bills head coaching job. These dudes want me to show up and write an essay? Man, get the hell on, man. And Myles Garrett is witnessing this, y'all. This is a debacle by the front office.
Homework assignments going into both the first and the second rounds of interviews. It plays toward the types of candidates that they have in the mix, which is very, very smart people in a lot of cases that just often happen to be tall, thin guys who came from Ivy League schools, so that's certainly not a requirement. That's the type of candidate generally that is going to fit into a data-driven environment. So
there's a written test? There's a written test, huh? Like they want you to write an essay? This is why I want to be the coach of the Cleveland Browns? Or
questionnaires, a multi-part essay, a personality test, and then additional.
Pardon, I muted myself. This is why everybody's turning down the damn job. This is not high school. I'm not writing a 6-page paper. All of this stuff y'all talk. What are you talking about? What the hell are y'all doing over there? The Browns gonna be the Browns, bro. That's all I can say. The Browns gonna be the Browns.
Homework assignments if you get through the first round to get into the second round.
All right. There's a lot there.
Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and play Odyssey NFL Insider Brian Baldinger when we brought up, hey, have you ever heard of NFL coaches being tested with written tests and essays? Here's what Baldy had to say in the previous segment.
I've never heard that. I mean, I don't know if that goes on. I can't believe that goes on in many places, and I don't know what the purpose of writing essays would have to do with leading a football team. So, I mean, I'm not disputing what Tom is saying. I'm sure Tom has his good sources, as he usually does, in order to make that report. But I have no idea why anybody would ask a coaching candidate to write an essay. If your coach can't create his vision, sitting in a room and talking to you face to face, if you can't create that vision, then I don't understand what any essay how that would trump anything that you would get face to face with any candidate.
Yeah. This, I will say, I know Tom Pelissero made the point of they've run this search several times. I don't love what I'm hearing there.
Okay, first reaction is this explains why Mike McDaniel didn't do a second interview.
Yeah.
Has to. I mean, and even though it seems like McDaniel might enjoy the random homework assignment, when he's interviewing for all these different teams, he's trying to go for, at the time was an OC job. Now, obviously, he's back in the mix for the Bills, but he was involved with other coaching searches. He's got time to do homework assignments.
Yeah.
He's got questionnaires, multi-part essays. Who do they think they are?
I understand a personality test.
What are they trying to accomplish?
I understand a personality test. There's a lot of jobs that aren't head coach of an NFL franchise that runs personality test. Everything else seems really ridiculous to me. And by the way, what better data do you have on someone than if maybe, like with Mike McDaniel, they were a head coach in the NFL, and you can actually go through the actual data of his offenses that he personally single-handedly coached.
Well, I want to know, did they ask Jim Schwartz to do this? The man's been in his building for years. Did they ask him to do all the questionnaires and everything else associated with this?
Do you think they just asked everybody else but Jim?
I wonder. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Like, could you imagine near 60 years old Jim Schwartz being like, I guess I got to fill out a multi-part essay and questionnaire to explain to 37-year-old Andrew Berry why I know football?
You also know it was online, so he just kept hitting the backspace when he meant to say, and it just kept taking him to the back page to start
his wife
again.
actually filled out everything. It's very them, and I can appreciate the idea that they're trying to think outside the box and do different things. This isn't it. This isn't how you find out about people.
I'm gonna go ahead and say we're gonna find out.
Life isn't a Scantron test.
I'm gonna say that we're gonna find out that they did this with Kevin Stefanski. Now that this is out there will be additional reports that maybe either enhance this or maybe push back on some of this. If this is true.
Well, if that was the case, then this would be a DePodesta thing instead of it being an Andrew Berry thing.
Yeah, the fact that DePodesta's work would still be there, I would not find. Like, I don't think any of this is necessary. I do think football is such a human sport. To me, it's why analytics are so flawed in football specifically, because there are so many variables, and it is such a human sport that on a level-to-level basis, all right, did this guy really miss his coverage, or was he covering up for somebody that missed their coverage?
For sure.
Like something as basic as that. A Scantron.
Man, these dudes have lost their damn mind, man, and this is why Myles Garrett might want to end up getting the hell out of there, man. You guys are literally butchering this hiring process. This is nasty work, man. Cleveland Browns going to be the Cleveland Browns. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. This Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the channel.